Fix it for me. Fix it for me, Pops. Quaff me. Okay, we're live.
Sure.
So, members only, Thursday night, Thursday afternoon.
I have to say something.
Yes, sir.
Live!
From Las Vegas.
There you
Still.
have it. Yes.
So here's the deal.
For 2 more weeks.
Gonna go through all the emails. Larry R.
All of
says
them?
hi.
Hey, Larry.
Mike Dean says hi.
Stuart says hello all.
Says hello all.
Bless you, Stuart.
So
We're going through all the emails? 1,956 of them?
we're not going to go through all, but I do want to start out with one thing before we hop into Dark Closet of the Mind. Says hello, gents.
Well, hello, Dark Closet of the Mind.
I want to start out. James says hello. Jay says hello. Hey, Jay. Jay and I have been going back and forth via email all day. Jerry says hi. Robert says hi.
Well, very cool.
Pops, I want to start out with
Yeah.
what the team's working on right now.
Yeah.
We're working on incentives. So everyone that's here on the stream, you guys are using the app. You're aware. One of the big things we're missing,
Yes.
incentives.
Yes, we are.
We're aware of it.
Yeah.
So, right now.
What are you doing about it? I don't want to hear that you're aware of it. They don't want to hear that you're aware of it. They want to know, what are you doing about it?
So right now in the app, right, you've got market price report tab, out the door price calculator, vehicle protection.
Yeah.
We're going to add incentives.
Yeah.
On the
is there going to be anything in there when they click?
Can you...
Excuse me.
Karma.
What are you saying? I deserve that?
So when you click on incentives,
Yeah.
we're going to be able to show you all the cash incentives and all the financing incentives. The cool thing about what we're doing, Gao Yang's excited about this. I'm excited too, Gao Yang.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this is we're going to have the stacking logic. Okay, and this is then going to feed into the OTD calculator, the out-the-door calculator.
Will this come in handy for Jenga?
So you'll be able to see
With the stackability stuff?
with the Larry's having a bowl of ice cream. That sounds good. After I had some good ice cream yesterday. Anyway, we're gonna have the qualifications. Then you'll be able to select one.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see the financing options that are there. If you select one and another goes out, that means they don't stack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the. For the love of God, is there a YA member who is a car salesman in Massachusetts with us tonight? There probably is. Remember, the members only streams go live afterwards, so maybe someone will.
Yeah, maybe. Let's hope.
Anyway, so you'll be able to see the incentives. The team's working on it right now, and then they're going to feed into the out-the-door calculator. So you'll be able to actually factor in your trade-in. I don't even think I've shown you this. So you'll be able to add in any cash incentives, add in your trade-in. So you can apply the cash incentives. If you have a trade-in as well, it'll pull in the black book trade-in. But then if the dealer gives you a different quote, you'll be able to edit it. Anyway, it's coming down the pike.
Yeah.
I know we haven't had like a big update or release recently, so I just kind of want to put that on everyone's radar. Stay patient. We're working on it as I speak, as you speak, as we speak.
Somebody speaks. Wow. There's Jenga in your future, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to incentives.
Looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does. I only wish I would have thought of some of this stuff.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
Maybe Ari
Yeah.
Janessian could join us. Ari's not a salesperson, but he does.
He knows a few.
Yeah, he knows a few.
A few thousand.
James
probably.
Johnson says coming out tomorrow, right? No, next year. My dad taught me well.
Yeah. You always underpromise and overdeliver. So it should be out by the spring of 2022. If it happens to come out tomorrow, God bless him. But it's not coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, shall we start going through the emails, Pops?
All 1956?
Oh my. Yeah, folks, we got a night in front of us.
Wait.
We got a night in front of us.
I'll be busy.
Maybe that'll be a future live stream. We can do.
Zach goes through his emails.
Yeah. Like the live stream can be the entire night of going through emails.
Yeah. Should we respond to this one? Should we not? Yeah, I like that.
I won't type replies tonight. We'll just go through.
Yeah.
Okay. From Dave. Or
Okay.
David. Nope. He goes by Dave. First.
Yes.
Thank you for all the content.
You're welcome.
Nicely done, Pops.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from your videos and became a member of your site recently in preparation to buy a new vehicle. I like the idea of the mass email to multiple dealerships using your templates. That's another thing we're working on and thinking of doing, is rather than having to copy. You know how like on each of these vehicles down here we have the similar vehicles?
Yeah.
You should just be able to push a button and send the email out to all of them.
Yeah, but what if you're not interested in any of those similar vehicles?
All right. To get the most OTD price before
it's bad
visiting
enough that you're not going to hear from most of the dealers you contact anyway. Why contact dealers on cars you're not interested in?
Ari's not doing his concierge service anymore. Interesting. I know he has a catering business. Like his family has a catering business, so maybe he's doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, maybe he could cater you buying a car.
He's a nice guy. Ari's a good guy.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still think the process can work as effectively in today's market with less inventory, chip shortage, etc.? I'm looking around at inventory to see that it is limited. Actually, Pops, related to this, did you see the email I just sent you?
Yeah, about that Taiwanese company that had a 19.6% increase in one quarter in 19%.
No, but the
beat the market estimates by 19%.
yeah, but they said that
They
where
said
is it
what?
in here?
I didn't see anything in there that said anything.
It was somewhere in their actual release that they
Yeah.
said that the chip shortage is expected to last until 2022, and
Perfect.
TSMC is one of the largest chip suppliers
There you have
in
it.
the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so the question is
So
that
if you don't believe us,
yeah,
believe
the question is that do
Yes.
you think in the current conditions the process can work as effectively working dealers against each other?
yeah, because dealers are still trained to figure out how to sell a car, and dealers are still trained to figure out how to steal a customer from maybe somebody that shouldn't necessarily be in their market area. And they will continue to do that until one day they wake up and they go, oh my, the lot's empty. And then they'll say to themselves, geez, I wish I would have held out for more money.
So you still think it's worth playing the game?
For the time being, yes.
Yeah.
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 Until the shortages become even more severe and dealers finally, go, okay, since we normally get 100 cars and now we're getting 20, maybe we need to make those 20 count.
Yep. Yeah.
So until that point, yeah, work it like it's a normal market, even though it's not.
Okay, we've got from Tim here. My current vehicle is a 2020 Mazda CX-5.
Yes.
I'm considering a hybrid next time, primarily for the torque off the line.
Yeah.
I don't have access to charging. Which hybrid car do you recommend for the best off the line EV feel?
Couldn't tell you, but I will tell you I drove an all-electric Mini, and it was like when you hit I guess when you hit the electric pedal, not the gas pedal, but when you hit the pedal that used to refer to gas, it was like a rocket ship. I mean, it throws you back into the seat.
Really?
Oh yeah, and when you take your foot off the gas, like if you're driving and you're coming to a stoplight,
Yeah.
and you take your foot off the gas, it has like an electric brake, and it almost brings you to a stop like instantly.
How neat.
Yeah, so that was pretty fast. But what the hell do I know? I haven't driven most.
Tim,
EVs.
that is the authenticity you pay for to be a YAA member.
Well, do you want me to lie?
No, we don't have it.
I don't want to lie.
All right, Jessica's in the house. Let's answer Jessica's question. I think it's
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Jessica Rose, I live in Ma.
We all came from Ma at one point.
Matt suggests that Tim should think about a PHEV.
My understanding is that Ma was the original transfer portal.
Transfer portal?
In college sports, when a college athlete wants to transfer from one school to another, they have to go into the transfer portal.
Are you suggesting that giving birth is a transfer portal?
Well, you're transferring from one location to another. Yeah, Ma was the original transfer portal.
The Bruins are up in the second period.
Sorry.
Regenerative braking, that's what you were describing. Jessica Rose in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that, Jessica.
Yeah. You
We're
couldn't just say Massachusetts. You had to play the Ma card.
We're very dense people here. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a state that I cannot purchase the VSC from.
That is
YAA.
correct,
Yes,
yes.
that they're one of the states that had that legislation passed. Does that leave me with no leverage in the F&I office to have them discount that because they know we cannot purchase from an outside party?
It does not. What is the leverage that you've come up with, Zach? Your strategy, which I think is a beautiful strategy and well thought out.
Same thing you do on the car deal.
Yep, shop it between dealers.
And end of the month.
Yes, so because you never know when an F&I person is one extended warranty away from hitting a penetration bonus level for their pay plan.
Yeah, we did a video this past week with Kimberly and Yanni. It was all of us. Super excited for that
Yes.
to come out, talking about how dealerships make money. And Kimberly commented in that video. I remember she's like, the pay plans in F&I are super complex, but they're pretty much based on how much you sell.
Yep.
And so, end of the month, you have an extra leverage there, and then shop quotes across dealerships.
Yes.
And make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Like, ask them for the contracts.
Yes,
Please ask them for
ask
the
to see the
contracts.
contract.
James Johnson says, should I work with a dealer that doesn't negotiate? This was the response when I sent an email for the out-the-door price. We set our prices fair from the start and don't hassle with negotiating.
Well, it's up to you. Do I mean, there are those who will say that the no hassle, no haggle, one price dealers, the non-negotiating negotiation-free stores oftentimes charge more for their product than the stores that negotiate. What I have found is that they try to price their cars within the parameters of what's actually going on in the market. Will they be, or could they be, possibly a little bit higher? Yeah, they could be. How much is not having any hassles, not having any aggravation? What's that worth
I
to
think
you?
now more than ever, that's a viable option.
Yeah. So, you have to decide. You have to decide how much time you want to spend at a dealership fighting over 50 or $100, or just let the 50 or $100 go and go to a negotiation-free store and buy the car.
Larry's got good points though. So one thing on the VSC, you
Yeah.
can still get a quote from YAA, and you can use it as leverage. So that's a good call for Jessica. And
Yes.
the other thing Larry's saying with regards to negotiation for your one-price stores, get the OTD.
Yeah.
See what the actual OTD
Yeah,
is.
yeah, and in most cases, in a negotiation-free store, the fees are not outlandish.
Yes.
In
But
most
it's worth
cases.
Yes.
Yes.
seeing,
Yes,
especially
absolutely.
Go
Yeah.
through your buying process.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the emails. I feel good tonight, man.
The
How
hundreds
do you
of
feel?
thousands. What?
How do you feel? I feel good.
Oh my God!
We went for a walk together earlier.
No,
well, I
no,
went for
no. I went for the walk. You went for a run. I'm not running.
yeah. When I
Yeah.
came back and you were lying down in the grass, I was like, "Is he okay?"
You thought to yourself,
I was like,
I hope he didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah, I was like, "How are we gonna do the stream tonight?"
yeah. That's all you think about is the stream. What am I going to explain to the community?
All right. Well, I missed our chance. To
I
get
would
back
do
to
it from the hospital bed if I had to.
I don't know if the Wi-Fi is strong enough. I was considering buying. We know the hotspot doesn't work. I am considering buying a 2018 Honda HRV. This is from John Weisberg, I think.
Yes.
With 25,000 miles on.
John
which is,
W. Weisberg.
Which is official Honda CPO. Since the car has been inspected by the Honda dealership that is selling the car, do I need to get a third-party inspection report from Lemon Squad, which costs $180?
Do you need to? You don't need to. Would we recommend it? We always recommend it.
Not necessarily Lemon Squad. We don't
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah.
recommend if you have a local mechanic or
Yes, or take it to another Honda store in your area. Whatever. We recommend it. Doesn't. Sometimes.
You said it really well in a video where I think I pressed you pretty hard. I was like, "Well, why do you need it if the deal?" You're like, "Because it's another set of eyes."
Yeah,
Somebody
might miss something.
Yeah, you've seen that, and when you're spending that much money.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we've got
just me.
Jessica says to Larry, "I can get the price from YA, but wasn't sure that mattered. Having an estimate if they know I could if I could not purchase elsewhere. Thanks for the tip." And so, Jessica, I want to mention one thing here. So, Massachusetts is what's called an MBI state, mechanical breakdown insurance state. So, we're working. That is the same thing in California and Florida. You can sell mechanical breakdown insurance, which is essentially the same exact thing as a VSC, which is essentially the same thing as an extended warranty. It's all semantics. So, like, for example, I think you can do like car shield and car checks and endurance in Massachusetts. So the dealership might be like okay with you coming in with a third party because they know there are other third parties that sell
Yes.
MBI, not VSC.
Yes.
Don't get into this business. It is so freaking convoluted, but it's worth it helping people.
Yeah, that part's worth it, yes.
George says, hello, yeah, or me. And Larry's reminding you that we make $500 when we sell an extended warranty. So subtract $500.
Yeah, and you know what it costs.
And I don't know if we necessarily have the best pricing in the world wholesale, but it is what it costs us.
Yeah, that's what it costs us. So
Hopefully, as we get more
bigger.
bigger, we can get better pricing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Stuart Science says Lexus dealer has one model ES that has a $4,500 lease cash, while the others have $2,500 lease cash. Is this a loss leader, misprint, or non-existent car?
I'm going to say that Stuart, when you contact them, the one with the $4,500
sold.
lease cash was just sold.
Report back, Stuart. Be interested.
But
to
we
know.
have others, we can't get you the $4,500. I mean, why would one, unless it's a
different
year
model
older,
year. Yeah.
that's all I can think.
Melissa's saying, Czak and Pops, I told you your masshole fan base is growing. Robert Walsh and Jessica Rose being tagged. The issue is, Melissa, we can't sell our crap to the... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, wow.
Melissa, can you recruit people? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, could you recruit people in the other 49 states?
Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, and if DC becomes a state, recruit people there as well. Although they don't have any place to park.
JG wants to know strategies for leasing a 2020 leftover demo. I'm a bottom feeder, lol.
Well, that's nice to know. Whatever you do, Jay, don't go into the dealership and go, I just want you to know up front, I'm a bottom feeder.
What's your take on it, though?
Well, the problem with leasing a 2020 leftover that's a demo is most lease companies limit the amount of miles that can be on the car before they start charging for them and subtracting that from the residual. So if it's over 300 miles, then they're going to start charging it usually 15 or 20 cents a mile for every mile above. So it might not lease quite as well as some of the others.
No, it's a good call out.
Okay, but I like your self description, but just don't go into the dealership letting them. Well, maybe you got to try it, see what happens.
Report back on that one.
Yeah.
Robert wants to know if we're taking calls tonight. Yeah, if we get through the emails, I think we could take some phone calls. Yeah, we got to make sure we get through the emails, though, because folks have asked specific questions. Am Car Buyer says, in Massachusetts, get a quote from AAA for the mechanical breakdown, quote, extended warranty. It is, there's so much legalese around it, but yeah, it's essentially the same thing. Of course, the dealer will tell you their warranty is better, but don't be fooled. Read the contracts. Yeah, you got to read the contracts. Yeah. Melissa's going to keep recruiting. Thank you. Jessica found the channel, wasn't even looking to buy a car, got hooked. Thank you, Jessica. It means a lot. Okay. Lexus Elite dealer. I wonder if a dealer isn't in the elite status, does that make a difference?
It shouldn't.
Okay. We're doing an email.
Okay.
We're going. Oh, it's from James Johnson, who is in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
One question I would have for tonight's stream would be, what is the best way for handling out-of-state or long-distance car sales? I'm looking for a very particular model and options. I think, Dad, give me 1 second. I think we did. Didn't we do a...
Yes. You're about to say a guide for buying a car out of state.
Was it out of state?
Yeah.
Let's just...
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Of state, your auto... Okay. Buying a car long distance from a dealer.
I'll be a son of a gun. That probably qualifies.
Hey, everyone, watch. I'm going to reply to an email. I swear I do this every once in a while.
Yeah, occasionally.
Hey. Oh, I'm excited.
He's so excited he's screaming.
So why don't we look at this article?
Yeah. Yeah. Read it. Let us know what you think.
Get it inspected.
Yeah. We got it all there, right there for you.
Do you go and pick it up? Do you get it shipped to you?
Yeah. My God, we covered it all.
During my 40... Oh, you wrote this last year. 42-year career in the business.
You want to amend that?
Yeah, probably should.
Okay.
Ship a car direct.
Yeah, there's ways to do it.
Okay, there you go. Wow, look at us. I like what
we had. There was a comment today on the video. Somebody who's about to order a truck, and he goes, I would really appreciate it if you guys would do a video on how to do that. So, I pulled up the link of the video we did, and I said, your wish is my command. He said, oh my God, that was kind of quick. I said, well, really, we did it in February. So, but yeah, the stuff is there. You just have to look.
It is helpful, the fact that we've created a video for everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've created last count was 9,873 videos.
We're close to 13 million views. Crazy.
How many videos have we done?
Too many.
400 and some?
A. Williams, questions for the live stream. How to best negotiate on a newer model that is in short supply, like everything right now?
Yeah. Do the best you can. You got to keep plugging away until... Here's what you have to realize. If you have contact with a salesperson, and the salesperson can't close the deal while you're there, the salesperson is going to work two parties in order to try and close the deal. Salesperson is going to work you, the customer, and his sales manager. So you, as the customer, you keep throwing out offers that are below what they want to sell it for, and he'll keep working as sales manager, and ultimately one of you is going to give in. Okay, ultimately, because that's their job. That's the salesperson's job. And realistically, the one that gives in the most often is the sales manager.
Really?
Yeah, because the sales manager needs to have cars sold so there's some gross profit that he can get paid off of.
For sure, but I think it's important.
The easiest one to close for the salesperson is his sales manager. They used to come into my office, they'd nudge me and work me, and they wouldn't shut up. And finally, I just go, okay, sell the damn car. Leave me alone. Get away from me. Yeah, I'm telling you. They know how to really push the sales manager's buttons.
So I do want to comment though.
Okay, go ahead.
Newer model short supply.
Yeah,
That is explicitly, but that's explicitly why we built this. This literally right here.
Yes.
So if it's really, really short supply, you're going to see it has a low negotiability score. Although we got an email today, Dad, from a guy, Mark, who's actually doing some user testing with us, which is great. He's given his comments on a variety of things. And he had a 15 negotiability score on a Subaru Outback, and he managed to get a great deal. So prove us wrong. Definitely prove us wrong, but you got to understand the market
We're
conditions.
okay with that.
And then,
Yeah.
hit the wrong button here.
I hate when you do that.
Okay, and then we've got the second question,
Yeah.
which is from AJ. How to get around the exorbitant dealer markups in the thousands of dollars on these types of cars? I'm thinking two things.
Find a dealership that doesn't believe in charging over MSRP.
So contact multiple dealerships.
Yes. And then here's the worst part. Say, okay, I'll pay MSRP for the car, but I won't pay your additional dealer markup.
I'm thinking timing as well as the other thing going through my head. If it's closer to the end of the month and you have a little bit of leverage because there's some pressure on the dealership, then maybe you've got a better chance to get some of those fees taken off. Okay, Todd Peterson. What are your best tips for navigating this used car market and chip shortage fallout to get a good deal without having a car to trade in? We did a whole series on how to buy a car in 2021.
Yes.
Where we tried our best to, let's just Google it again, how to buy a...
And truth be told, right now, most dealerships, when it comes to pre-owned cars, are just doing market-based pricing, and most dealerships are one price when it comes to the pre-owned cars, and they won't negotiate. So it's difficult in a market where there's short supply. So you just have to work, and maybe you'll find somebody that'll finally cave in and say, yes, I'll take some money off. Wow, that's very nice. Hit send. People don't want to watch you type it.
Yeah, but Todd sure as hell's happy.
Well, yeah, because he's one of the few that's ever gotten a response from you.
Byron Duvall, is your deal expires tonight still a lie on the last day of the month?
Not necessarily, because incentives are time sensitive. So if there are incentives on a particular model that expire on the last day of the month, then that wouldn't be a lie. But just ask him, is it because the incentives will be expiring? You don't know what the new incentives are going to be.
We've got H Sun saying, sup, y'all.
I don't know. What's up with you?
Let's keep going here from John Hyan. Hey, guys, thanks so much for all the helpful information that you share with the community.
Yeah.
I was wondering if Papa Shevska can shed some light on a dealership's internal finances for reselling a vehicle that was returned after lease end. Yeah.
Well, the dealership gets
Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bite my tongue.
Let's say a $45,000 vehicle after 3 years has a residual value of $27,000.
Yeah.
That's 60%. So you
Okay.
don't have to pull out a calculator.
Okay.
When this leased vehicle is returned back to your store, how
Yeah.
much does your store need to pay the finance company to keep the vehicle in your used inventory?
You done reading?
Adding to the reason, well, I'm reading about Melissa and Larry talking about the blue wrench for the moderation. If Larry R is up for it, we'll do the moderation during the public live streams. I think my dad and I can handle moderation during the
I'm not sure.
we appreciate you, Larry and Melissa.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
If the residual's 27 and the market conditions or the market for it today might be more than that, or
Well, does the dealer pay the residual value, the same residual value?
not necessarily.
So can you
Usually less.
Can you unpack that?
Yes, usually less. The lease company will sell it to them for less.
Really?
A little bit less, yeah.
So can we level set?
For instance, like my old Mini.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget what the residual was, but the dealership got it for about $2,000 below the residual.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what the heck do you think the OEMs and the leasing companies are thinking right now, and the dealerships, because everyone can go to Carvana and just make way more money going there?
My guess is that most of the manufacturers' finance arms are selling it to the dealerships closer to what real used market value would be.
You really got to hope if anyone's got a lease out there, they're not just returning it. they're at
Well,
least
the
doing.
dealer's hoping they return
I
it,
know,
but
we don't work with it.
yeah. But the customer, more than likely. I mean, yeah, people. This is one of the few
That's
times
neat, though,
in
that-
life.
I didn't know dealers could get it for less than the residual.
Yeah. There's it's called a market-based payoff for the dealers.
Interesting.
Yeah,
And then don't they go to auctions
but if it's
usually?
market-based,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
market today is higher than what most of the residual values are.
You've told me like there's wholesale auctions. There's wholesale auctions, which are like the Mannheim auctions. But then
Yeah.
aren't there auctions within the OEM
They're
as
closed, what they call closed auctions. that
well? And
are
don't
just-
like in prior years, I guess a lot of off-lease vehicles would go into those.
It ain't
closed.
making it there now,
No,
unless
no.
it's a piece of poo. Yeah. unless it's your what's known as a POS, it's not getting to the auction. If it's a lease return and it's
nowadays,
in quasi decent shape, they're keeping it.
Mayani is in the building. We found a
Bless her heart.
unicorn. Yeah, Mayani sent over via Instagram. Maybe I can pull it up on the on the stream tonight. She was driving through the Kia lot,
Yeah.
taking her car for service.
Yeah.
No cars there.
Well, there you have it.
It's like first-hand experience.
Yes.
We found a unicorn saleswoman at a local Toyota, or whoops, doesn't say local, but I'm going to assume
At a Toyota dealership.
that may or may not have been local
Yes.
that we're working
She
with.
took off all the fluff we requested, unlike other dealerships. This is great because Toyota doesn't have many incentives.
And it sounds pseudo pleasant, like actually
Yes.
almost pleasant.
Almost. Did she make it pleasant?
Tell her about YAA, so then if we do
Yeah.
the pins,
Yeah.
she can
we
wear a
can
pin.
get her a pin.
Larry says we can entertain ourselves. Do we really need Zach and Ray? LOL.
Whoa! No, you probably don't.
Probably don't.
You probably don't need us.
You probably have Netflix. And
Yeah. There's all kinds of things you can do other than watch us.
Melissa says we entertain Zach and Pop. Yeah, like, that is the truth.
This is, yeah.
It is mutually beneficial.
Yes. There are usually about 5 hours a week that are the absolute joy of my life every week. And those are the two general open live streams and the members only live stream, where we get to interact with everybody and we get to share information and knowledge and have a good time doing it.
No, it's truly
And
highlight of my week too.
And my understanding is that I'm actually going to start getting paid for it. So
Yeah.
they're actually going to pay me. I almost feel like don't tell Zach. I almost feel like I'm stealing.
Russ DeMoss, who's been a longtime member, I managed to get all cost details, but it took numerous emails, texts, and phone calls with the sales manager. I could tell they weren't used to providing those details.
Well, of course not. They want
why we
the
need-
public to remain like a
in the
mushroom.
dark,
Yeah.
That's why we need the pins, so that you
Yes,
can just work with the
yes.
Skylers and the
Yeah,
Marios. And
yes. Yeah, and the Frank.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I don't have the release to pull it up on the screen. There's a salesperson
Yeah.
who he is a YAA member.
Yeah.
And he uses the market price reports with his customers at the dealership to show them what like the comparables are in the area.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I asked James, that's not his name.
Yeah.
But until we get a release, I asked him if we could do an interview with him on the show or on the channel.
Yeah, well, I'm
Isn't that
sure his
incredible?
employer isn't going to want him to do
But
that.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
He's been
but God bless him because he's smart enough to use that because he understands that most people just want to make sure they're getting a fair deal, that they're not getting taken advantage of. And if he can share third-party information that's not coming from him as to what these things should be selling for, and he can stay close to those prices, then it just makes it easier for everybody.
So I'm not going to put it up my screen because I can't blur his name and everything. But he literally said, so I check the YAA market report when a customer shows interest in a vehicle. So when they bring up price, I can steer them in the right direction. I've told them I don't think my sales manager will go that low. We can try, but I don't think we have that much in the car. Or sometimes they have overshot and gave me a number. I've said, well, don't forget things are always negotiable.
Yeah.
Everything except the DMV fees are taxable. That are
Taxes,
taxable are
yeah.
negotiable. I tell my customers prepare them for going into the showroom. I've been told I'm the most un-car salesperson they have ever met by 6 out of 10 of my customers. I've been doing this for 15 days, sold 10 cars. And I've used what I've learned from YAA to help educate my customers and make them feel valued while still making profitable sales for the dealership.
Oh my God! Could we share that with every friggin' new car franchise dealership out
Because
there?
Russ's experience, it's like, come on, man.
You
Okay,
know, because think about it, and this goes back to the guy that you talked to that owns that big dealer group that sells about 75 or 80,000 cars a year, which is the way he would like to approach things, because that's the way it should be done in the future.
yeah, definitely.
It saves everybody time. This he's been
Millions
selling
upon-
cars for 15 days. He sold 10 cars. Do the math. That's 20 cars in his first month. Okay, I could do that.
No, I mean literally millions
Yeah.
of hours. The
Yeah.
whole world can change if you
Yes.
fix this problem.
Yeah.
Okay, next question in the emails, and then we'll go back to the live chat, and then we will do some phone calls.
What state is James in? I don't know.
I'm not sure, in all honesty. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he'll do a video with us.
Yes.
Heckmere says, "Hello, guys. I went to a Kia dealership with Capital One pre-approval. Smart.
Okay.
They couldn't get me approved for anything since I do Uber and Lyft for the past 3 months.
Gotcha.
My credit score is 621, and I have one vehicle repossessed in the past. I'm
Okay.
guessing I'll have to get a job to have proof of income."
But if you have a pre-approval from Capital One,
You don't necessarily need the dealer to run your credit and get something else, but if you're looking for other options, then I guess you would need to
Yeah.
get a job. Kimberly calls it the sweet spot. You're in that
your
sweet
credit
spot.
score's in the sweet spot.
No, and like with your situation, like
Yeah.
someone will lend you money, but it'll probably be at
A higher rate.
yeah. But yes, a lot of financial institutions don't love the Uber, Lyft, gig economy type stuff.
No, because their income could go away like that.
Yep. Okay, we got
And
Kevin.
probably did during the pandemic, during the beginning of
then
the pandemic.
Uber had their best month in their entire company's history last month. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but I'm guessing a year ago this
No.
time. they
I
didn't.
know.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
yeah.
Kevin, who
Yeah.
always asks us very thoughtful questions.
And long.
Oh my. All right, Kevin. Everyone, buckle in for the. All right, let's read Russ's comment first, and then we'll do Kevin. That's a long one. The Subaru dealership was okay with providing all the details. Kudos to them, and I wanted to point that out. But it's possible persistence pays off.
Yeah, that's really the key. I mean, dealers don't want to necessarily share that information with you, but if you push and keep pushing, ultimately they realize that they're not selling a car if they don't. So, they're
That's
really
what's-
there to sell cars.
You know what's beautiful about what we're doing
No, tell me.
is that the more, like, if people hate on what we're doing,
Yeah.
I think they're just misguided, because you got to realize once everyone's on the level playing field, then the dealerships have to conform. They have to do the easier
Yes.
sales. But so long as we have people out there that are just like, screw it, let me get screwed over, then the dealerships, more power to them. They take advantage of people. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. Because their pay structure is set up to compensate them for
Yes.
So we're not geniuses. Far from it, but I think it's pretty smart, the idea of like trying to empower
Speak
people.
for yourself,
All right.
young man. I know for a fact I'm not a genius.
All right, let me read.
I had many a teacher in high school remind me of that every marking period.
Long time listener,
Yeah.
fifth time writer. Melissa
Okay.
says Kevin makes me feel better about my chapter book emails. Glad I'm not the only one. I began my research on buying a Honda 8 Pilot. No, we're off to a
Passenger.
great start.
Yeah.
All right. In January, I binge watched your videos, completed deal school, and sent out email templates to 10 different dealerships within 100 miles. Fantastic.
Okay.
According to your market summary, I should make an offer of a sale price of $40,800. Therefore, I had this minimum target in my head of the sales price of at least 10% under MSRP, $41,000, plus thus an OTD of $44,800. Okay. My goal was to get a price behind dealer costs. According to Car Buying Strategies website, the dealer cost was $41,900. Invoice destination minus holdback dealer cost. Okay, there's some other factors,
Yeah.
but it's probably directionally right. I received 3 quotes, one of which was $45,800 out the door. I decided to wait and see if I could chase a better offer. I contacted a few dealerships during the last week of March, believing that since it was the end of the month and first quarter, I may receive more attractive numbers. I received a couple quotes, one of which was $500 less. Best number thus far.
Yeah.
The following week, April 5th, I continued to test if local dealerships could match the number. They didn't come close. Some quoted $48,000.
Yeah, that probably has something to do with the fact that maybe the incentives changed.
Incentives changed, and also I think
It's the beginning of the month.
and the outlook
Yeah.
for inventory change
Yes.
has gotten
Yes.
worse and worse.
Yes.
Am I correct that a legitimate dealership will always honor their quote, but an unscrupulous one is not bounded nor required to honor that email quote?
Well, nobody's bound or required to honor an email quote. Things change. Things can impact. If you realize that most dealerships kind of look at market-based pricing, and markets can change daily, they can change weekly, they can change monthly, and every time every day I get 2 or 3 emails from Automotive News, and one of the headlines every day is more plant shutdowns because of chip shortages. So the amount of cars that were scheduled to be produced that will not be produced keeps going up week after week. So market conditions legitimately on the new car side of things are changing weekly. And a legitimate dealership is going to adjust their prices weekly based on what those market conditions are. If the Honda dealer's factory rep comes in and says, I know your normal monthly allocation is 150. Next month it's going to be 100, and it could be less than that going forward. What are you going to do as a dealer? You're going to adjust your pricing.
Absolutely. Then on Friday morning, April 9th, I started receiving numerous texts and phone calls, some from general/sales managers. I received a call from one salesperson stating he has one coming off the truck this morning and sent me a worksheet for 43.8 again.
Yeah.
I got 14% under MSRP. They blinked first with that offer. I texted the quote back to the first dealership to see the response. It was not the end of the month nor the end of the quarter. What is your best guess as to why the sales manager allowed such an aggressive initial offer without testing if I was a big potato with the chip and foam shortage? Why wouldn't a sales manager wait until the end of the month? I could have waited longer to see if prices may continue to drop, but with the chip shortage, I felt comfortable with this number, and it did exceed my target. I know they didn't go exactly $2,600 behind dealer costs because they kept the floor plan money.
Okay, well, they're entitled to that.
We arrive at the dealership and see a sold sign with our names on it. The car has 4 miles. I assume they took it out for a test drive. We tested.
Well, they don't come to the dealership with 0 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, they usually have 4, 6, 8, 10 miles on them. And then part of the pre-delivery inspection process that's supposed to be done is when the tech goes over the vehicle, part of it is they're supposed to take it for a test drive to make sure everything works.
Really?
Yes. So if a car comes in from the factory with 4 miles on it and it comes out of the shop after the pre-delivery inspection with the same 4 miles on it, then the tech didn't do the full job. Okay, they require that it be driven to make sure there are no issues.
That nap you took in the grass earlier when I thought you may or may not have had a heart attack, you got some energy from that.
Oh, mother of mercy.
All right, we tested all the buttons in the infotainment. We took it for a test drive. The car sells itself.
Okay.
We head inside and the salesperson asked if we wanted to an appraisal on our old car. I replied, sure. Next, the salesperson asked me to complete a credit check. I declined until I saw the actual numbers on the paperwork. He appraised my car 500 below CarMax, which I declined.
Okay.
In the finance office, I double-checked the VIN numbers and odometer. We added 10 miles on our test drive, but the documents still had 4. I don't think it should be an issue.
It shouldn't, but they should have the correct miles.
Yeah. He presents his menu of service contracts, all of which I quickly declined. He did mention that electronics are not covered under factory warranties, which surprised and concerns me. On one document, I caught an additional $276 included in the final price. The finance guy replied, I don't know how that happened. I was ready to walk. He took it off the sales price without hesitation.
Right. He knows how it happened. He typed it the hell in. Or he didn't delete it. One of the two.
Yeah. Am I correct that even after I signed everything, if I don't take the keys, there is no sale?
It depends what state you're in. For instance, in the state of Arizona, once you've signed the contract, it's binding, it's done, you own the car. In a lot of states, like the state of New Jersey, once you've signed for it, if you haven't driven it off the lot, then the transaction is not considered completed in the state of New Jersey. So it depends on the state in which you live.
Kind of related to this, it was on the homepage of Automotive News. I don't think I sent it to you. Where is it? Oh, it was down here. California DMV opens for fully digital sales. Yeah. So we've got the first state who's going to do literally end-to-end digital sales. That is like a legitimate consideration, is how their laws change to protect consumers and the dealers against We took possession of the keys and head outside. It was dark. Upon approaching our new vehicle, a person with a hood covering his head walks right up to me. He removes his hood and says hi. It was an ex-student of mine, and he was also shopping a car. I pulled up YAA on YouTube and had him take a screenshot. I instructed him to go home and watch your videos before he steps onto the lot again. I'm still their teacher even after they graduate.
Oh, look at that. See, it never ends.
As I was enjoying the sound system and the LED lights on the dark highway home, we received a text from the first dealership. They texted that they weren't able to match the number and that if I was certain that the price was for a 2-wheel drive, if it was not for a two-wheel drive. There's a $2,000 price difference between all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. Suddenly, I got a sick sensation in my stomach. After everything I've learned from you, did I make one major mistake? It was a very long 10 minutes until we arrived home. I exited the driver's seat, made my way to the rear vehicle, and slowly glanced to the left rear, hoping to see touring all-wheel drive. It was not there. I proceeded to slowly scan over the right rear of the vehicle. Touring all-wheel drive. Kevin, this is a damn good email, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. I got my unicorn, $43,900.
Congratulations. Stamp of approval. Give him the Ray Shefska stamp of approval.
Do you want me to give it to him right there, or do you?
I don't think. You know.
Why don't we just?
Yeah, put it on my chest.
But you can just.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
A little bit bigger, you think?
Maybe.
Like that?
Yeah. No, that way nobody can read it. They just see a smiling fool.
I am truly grateful for your mission to give back and educate the masses on how to deal with this archaic and sometimes broken. Sometimes it is very broken.
What do you mean sometimes?
To show my appreciation and support for your mission, I will continue my membership fees so you continue to build your business.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. That makes what we do worthwhile, and it validates what it is that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Thank you. That's an awesome email.
Yes.
And yeah, Kevin, I'll shoot you an email to see if we can get you to sign a release so we can write up a success story on the website. That's really great. Whew, that was a good long one.
Yeah.
Go back to the chat real quick. And
whatever
then we'll
you
go back.
say. You know, I'm here. I'm just here. The Suns game doesn't start until 7 o'clock, so we're good.
We're good.
But I'm not going 2 hours on a...
Let's see.
I'm not.
Russ DeMott says, please discuss the benefit of attending car shows. Yeah, Russ sent me an awesome email. I went to the St. Louis car show and got a $500 coupon from Subaru. I will apply it towards my new Forester I'm getting at the end of the month.
Yes, that's one of the incentives. As a dealership employee, I hated car shows.
Really?
Yes, because what the manufacturers do is they send cars. They set them up. Sometimes they don't even send cars. They get the dealers to supply the cars. That's what Mini used to do. They'd get the dealers to supply the cars. And then they require the local dealerships to supply the personnel that's going to work the auto shows for the manufacturers to talk to all the people that come in, which takes those salespeople off the floor so that they can't make any money.
What about from the customer perspective? It's pretty cool to get a $500 coupon.
Oh, absolutely. No, for a customer, it's great.
Yeah.
You know, because the theory behind it is basically you get to sit your tuchus in every make and model that you might be interested in to see if your tuchus is comfortable in that. And if it is, then you know when it's time to buy a car, if you get one of those certificates from Subaru or wherever it might be, it might lead you to that dealership and they'll sell a car.
Melissa's wondering where you can get a copy of a Monroney sticker on a used vehicle that doesn't have it from the original purchase.
I forget there is a website that does that, and one of our members sent it in either a comment or an email somewhere.
There's no comprehensive one. I'm learning more about so Larry mentioned Auto Trader or KBB as options. I think they do offer some. The issue with the window stickers is that all the OEMs provide their data to different data providers. There is no clearinghouse for vehicle data. It is mind-boggling for me as I'm interviewing different vendors.
There's no publisher's clearinghouse for that?
Clearinghouse is a term used to describe.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be good now. Hey, vamp for a minute. I got to fill my cup.
Okay, I got you. I can. Yeah. Well, you're not going that far, so.
Yeah, I'm just going here to the fridge.
Okay.
The camera around, they can see.
MSRP price. Okay, Auto Trader. Okay, my dealer. So Russ says the dealership that he bought his car from was the one that supplied the cars at the auto show. Melissa was thinking of contacting the original dealer in case they have it on record for the window sticker.
I don't know that they would necessarily have it on record, but probably they can pull it up through the manufacturer's computer system.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea because they're integrated, obviously, with the OEM. Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you when I was at Mini, if I had the last 7
of a VIN
for a Mini or a BMW, I could pull up what the original invoice was and what the original MSRP was.
That's super helpful.
And on a pre-owned car, I could pull up every repair order that had been posted by a BMW or Mini dealership, and I could pull up what was known as Davis days, which was days a vehicle is in service. So you might see a car and it had like 55 Davis days, and that's a long time for a car to be sitting in a dealership service department.
Melissa, I think. Oh yeah, Melissa, if you're buying a Ford, yeah, on the next on Saturday night's live stream, please be there if you can. I'm sure Skylar will be there.
And if you can't, then be at the Bruins game.
No, but Skylar could probably run your VIN through his Ford because he works for a Ford dealership.
Yes, he does.
And get you back the Monroney or the info. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can make that happen. Okay, let's go back up here. Larry wants to know, Ray, did you require the salesperson to work 12 hours at the show and then 12 hours on the floor?
You're goddamn no. No. And oftentimes I would get calls from my factory rep going, your salespeople never showed up. And I said, oh, so sorry. Your auto show, you staff it.
Yeah, exactly. Gwinnett Grady
Now,
says,
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
When I was in Arizona, when salespeople from our Jaguar store, Jaguar would provide the salespeople with a gift certificate and buy them a new suit after they worked the auto show. When I worked for Mini, they handed you a hearty handshake. Hey, thanks for coming.
You know what I'm surprised you haven't done yet? We're 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
You only do it for public streams, or
What?
you got smash something?
No, I'm not smashing nothing.
You're not smashing nothing.
You smash the like button? Come on, folks, smash that like. We only got 11 likes.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
it's 20% of the people.
That's pretty awesome. Okay. Gwinnett Grady says, not too long ago, the dealers said they sold it, but it was the car
was in the inventory
around one. I talked to another manager at that time, and she said it was the same vehicle. Maybe we missed something up. It was on the car. Okay. All right, I'm lost.
There's too many.
Back to the emails.
I think Gwinnett and Larry are having a conversation, and we should leave it at that.
Yes. All right, here we go from Juan.
Why do you think, Ross, I must be in a good mood? I'm in a good mood most days.
You seem chipper.
I am chipper. It must be the extra caffeine in my Arnold Palmer.
Or you've been getting out on these walks, which is good.
Yes.
Hey,
yes,
Zach,
I
Ray.
have.
Yeah, member. Love your channel. Content always filled with golden nuggets. Great video upload today
because
regarding...
I'm an old fart. When you're an old fart, you get nothing but golden nuggets.
A great video upload today regarding the state's legislation to sell direct-to-consumer for EV vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah, that was super interesting.
Yes.
Question, how will this impact Tesla's business model? Do you think car manufacturers will evolve to improve the direct-to-consumer buying experience, not only for EV vehicles, but across the board?
Well, I don't see it happening for
keep up
across the
great work.
board because most of these states, what they're thinking of, the legislations that they're thinking of, is it has to be for new brands, new models that are zero emissions or electric vehicles. So that rules out like Ford suddenly being able to sell direct or Chevy being able to sell direct.
If you can, I'm going to see if I can. I don't want to do this to everyone, but there's an industry group called Automotive Ventures, and they're like a venture capital firm for automotive tech companies, and they have this.
Yeah, they send you the headlines every week or
something.
Yeah,
or like every month. They've got this newsletter, and one of the slides, it's back-to-back slides. It shows the market capitalization, so the value of these companies for car dealerships. Yeah. So like Penske, Lithia, Asbury, AutoNation.
They're huge.
And then the next slide, it shows the OEMs.
Yeah.
And the OEM market capitalizations are like 10x the dealerships. You know who wants to keep the dealership model around more than the dealerships do?
The manufacturer.
Because
they don't want to be in the retail car business. They want to be in the wholesale car business. You know, here's the deal: when a manufacturer invoices the car to the dealer, now
it's off my hands.
Yeah, now it's going to start costing them a little bit of money because now if something goes wrong with the car, it gets fixed under warranty.
Yeah.
And so that's coming out of the manufacturer's pocket.
But once it's out of it.
But they don't want to be in the retail end. They don't want to have to deal with a customer who says, "Well, you haven't fixed it."
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
it wasn't fixed right the first time, the second time, or the third time.
That's why their business model.
Yeah,
look at their market cap.
They're in the wholesale business.
Mike Dean says it, wholesale. Now, Matt Johnson's comment. I think Tesla in cars is in big trouble as more and more companies get into EV. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I-
The more competition you have,
You need to have some. I don't know. You need to have some type of dealer presence somewhere so that you can take care of these vehicles.
well, I think it's that, but also just more.
If you live in a rural area,
Look
are
at
you
this.
Are you really going to consider a Tesla?
Look at this. This is insane.
What am I looking at?
This is the Toyota Motor Corporation's market capitalization.
Which is
It's a
$255.
$255 billion company.
Yeah.
Look at Penske.
Yeah. My former boss.
Okay, well, it doesn't pop right up, so let's do AutoNation.
Oh, you could have worked it a little bit.
I know, but I like when the thing just pops
Yeah,
up.
but it was
like
my
that.
former. Yeah.
7.93.
Yeah.
Literally, magnitudes different.
Yeah. Like more than 10 times less.
So Toyota of the world doesn't want the
Yeah.
franchise dealer agreement to go
They
away.
don't. They don't want to be involved. They want the dealers to deal with all this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil Erup says, can the MSRP on cars change from month to month?
Can it change from month to month? Typically not month to month. It can change if there's price increases. I've never seen a manufacturer in the 43 years I was in business that had more than one price increase in a given model year. But I have seen price increases during a model year.
Really?
So that you would have some that were older priced and some that were newer priced, and the newer ones were priced more and cost the dealer more.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Never
So
heard
that
of
can happen.
Yeah, but not typically.
But it doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen often, and month to month doesn't happen.
Month to month never happens.
Yeah.
What can change month to month is what the dealer is willing to sell it for.
Exactly.
Okay, but
Sometimes
the
there's-
MSRP doesn't change.
Sometimes there's confusion around MSRP and selling price.
yes.
Selling price is negotiable. MSRP
Yes.
not negotiable.
Yes.
Doesn't tend to change.
Yes, but if there's suddenly spikes in costs for the manufacturer because of shortages of this or that,
You think we'll see that maybe with the
it could,
chips?
and
Yeah.
they will adjust their pricing both to the dealer and to the public accordingly.
Gwinnett says MSRP was different from a day. Give us a little more context, Gwinnett. and we'll-
MSRP should be the same every day.
Yeah, because that would mean literally
It's
two
on the
different.
Monroney
sticker, yeah.
label, the window
It was,
sticker.
oh,
from
so
the front.
Gwinnett says it was higher than the MSRP on the Monroney sticker. So this
Well,
is
yeah, that's the dealer addendum.
so let's be clear. So there's a lot of confusion around this.
Yes.
The MSRP
Is the
typically
MSRP.
doesn't change. It's what's on there.
Yes.
The selling price.
Yes,
What
or the dealer's addendum label for things that they've added to the car. That could change.
Yep.
That could definitely change.
JMax says, I was able to find out what the dealer paid at auction for a used vehicle I'm looking at. They got a steal and have 22% margin right now. Can I use this info to my advantage?
I was able to find out. Well, first of all, how were you able to find that
Yeah,
out?
provide a little more context.
and
That's
and,
interesting.
and there's no steals at the auctions right now. I can tell you from all the people that I talk to that are in the business, there are no steals at the auction.
But-
they're overpaying for everything. So I doubt that there's a 22% margin in the vehicle that you're talking about.
I would just caution as
And
well.
could you use that to your advantage? Probably not, because they don't care, because they can't go and replace it.
I was going to say, there's also all of the cost from a vehicle that you buy at
Yeah.
auction to get it into condition. So bear that in mind.
Well, and to get it, you have to pay the auction fees. You have to pay a buy fee.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to.
All right, we
okay.
got. Elvira
Sorry,
Botic says,
I'm in education mode. I'm trying to.
Elvira says, I have a dealer that insists I have to pay a reconditioning fee. What do I do? It's $9.95.
Tell them to stick it up. Tell them.
Out the door price. So
Yeah, yeah.
you need to focus on the
Yes,
out the door and your different options.
You say, you know what, your reconditioning fee should be figured into your selling price. And it shouldn't be a separate line item because you wanted to advertise a cheaper selling price to get me in. And if they refuse to take it off, then go somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's why you focus on OTD, the total
Yes.
amount of the vehicle. Gwinnett says, but it was on the inventory on the website, same car, but different MSRP. Different MSRP than I took the picture of.
The window sticker is the window sticker.
It
It is against federal law
To change the MSRP.
to
You can add an addendum.
you can add
offer
an
a selling
addendum
price.
next to the window sticker, but you cannot change the manufacturer's suggested retail price that is on the window sticker from the manufacturer. That is against the law. It's against federal law to do that.
Elvier says, would I be able to send you the price sheet they sent me for your review? Yeah, Elvier. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. I don't know what package you've signed up for. If you signed up for the $50 or the $49.95, then you have a one-to-one consult. So email it over to me and set up your consult. If you don't, then back in the app or back on the website when you log in, if you click on log in up here, you can now, and actually everyone should know this, over here on the left, we added Deal Consultation, and it's $30 for 15 minutes. So there's a $15 promo code, $15 off. So if you're working a deal, obviously the members only live streams we try and hit on as much as possible.
Yes.
But there's still not enough time in the day. You can actually submit here, choose which file you want to upload, and then schedule the 15 minutes. So that's right here, Deal Consultation. There's a $15 discount for members. So Elvier, send it over now, and if we can get to it during the stream, we'll get to it. Or set up a one-to-one, and we'll make sure we cover it then. Okay. We got an email here from, Larry R. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Larry R. says, I would like to purchase a new car. Okay, you came to the right place.
Yeah, he did.
You know the right guys.
He does.
But only if the valuation of my current car makes sense. Anything new I can afford would not drive or perform as well as my Porsche. So if the price isn't worth it, I might as well just drive it till it dies. Ray, I would like you to put on your car salesman hat, kick the tires, point out the flaws.
Okay.
You will tell me it is in rough condition. I will tell you it is in great condition.
Of course.
Assume it is in very good condition.
Okay.
After some tough negotiations, what's the final number? It's a black on black 2008 Porsche Cayenne S with 165,000 miles, clean Carfax, and here's the VIN.
Okay.
But the Black Book KBB and NAD values are below. Advertised retail prices for my year, make, model, trim are consistent with retail great condition pricing. In addition, what type of dealership would give me the best deal? A Porsche dealer, a dealer that specializes in high-end used cars, Joe Auto Sales on the corner? If I were to sell it myself, what price should I expect, and what would be the best way to advertise it? Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. And so Larry used the back in the website.
Yeah.
The
I would suggest that the worst place to sell it would be a Porsche dealer. And the reason I'm going to tell you that, Larry, is because a Porsche dealer is looking at that vehicle with 165,000 miles on it, saying to themselves, who are we going to sell this to? So you might be better off with an independent lot or a different brand. The dilemma, and Mike Dean can speak to this as well, the dilemma is that banks won't lend money against a vehicle with 165,000 miles on it. So as wonderful and as nice as it may be, you're probably going to be best off finding somebody privately that's willing to pay cash for the vehicle. And my suspicion is that it has more sentimental value to you than real value.
And on the private sales side, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist are good. You're going to get hit up. If you list it, you're going to get hit up by all these companies that do wholesale buying for Carvanas of the world and whatnot. So just be
But you might
of
not, because Carvana might not want a 165,000 mile Porsche Cayenne.
I don't know. They're so desperate, and these I've talked to
They're
one
not
of them.
that desperate.
I've talked to these third-party companies. They have like AI systems that like track these things and they make outreach to you. So
okay.
Private sale. Matt Johnson says private sale. I agree with him.
Yeah. Well,
Keep us posted, Larry.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in agreement.
We have consensus. I answered John's question earlier. All right, let's see. Eric's question here. Carvana and Vroom don't want it. There you go.
Yeah.
So you're right, Pops.
Yeah, I'm telling you. They don't. They
That is
don't.
why, half the time I just say stuff to look dumb, to make you look good. And that's why you look the way you look to make me look good.
And let me, based on my experience in life, it takes quite a bit to make me look smart. Because I've been told from a very early age, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Matthew says if you don't need the cash and make good money, don't eat the Cayenne and write it off. Interesting.
Yeah.
Melissa says, Larry, I think you should go back to Toyota. You'll save service, repair, maintenance costs like I am without my Range Rover.
Ooh, yeah.
Good call, Melissa.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
All right. Eric says, thanks, Zach. I recently became a member of the Your Auto Advocate community. I have one question.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see I see one question mark. I was just scanning really quick.
Okay.
A friend and I got into a debate about purchasing a Lemon buyback auto.
Yes.
Is there ever a good deal on a Lemon buyback, and what are some of the issues of ownership, insurance coverage, bank financing, and warranty coverages associated with the car that has been designated a Lemon/reacquired for resale? My initial reaction to my friend was to stay clear of such a purchase.
Well, my initial reaction would be stay clear of such a purchase. A lot of banks won't finance vehicles like that were lemon law buybacks because oftentimes they're not really fixed, so that you might encounter the same issues that the original owner had. And a bank doesn't want to end up lending money against a vehicle like that if a customer might decide, well, it's such a piece of poo, that I'm not paying for it anymore. And branded title vehicles are worth considerably less than non-branded title vehicles. So is there any such thing as a great deal or a good deal on one of them? I suppose if you're willing to take that risk, but it's a risk. And if you're like me, and you know me pretty well, I am risk averse. I do not like risk.
Haven't been to the casino yet since we've been here in Vegas.
Yeah, I kind of miss that. Thank God we have a business meeting coming up in a casino. I'm getting excited about that now, just thinking about it. But you know, I would steer clear of it. But there are others who will tell you, "Oh yeah, no, I bought one. I never had an issue." You know, you might be the 1 in 10 that didn't have an issue.
Mike Dean, branded titles are toxic to lenders. Russ DeMoss says, VSC question.
Yes.
Term versus total miles, which is enforced. For example, 96 months and 150,000 miles. I'm interested, but only if I can get over 100,000 miles. Time or miles, whichever happens first.
And
it's the same thing with,
whichever occurs first.
And it's the same thing with
your new car warranty.
And it's the same thing with if you cancel it and you get the refund. The prorated refund on those products, time or miles, whichever is greater. Elvir sent the consultation over.
Okay,
we just
cool.
made $30.
I thought it was 15. You got a deal.
No, it's usually 45, but it's a $15 discount to 30.
Oh, okay.
Well,
you're worth way more than $2 a minute.
Thank you, Elvir. Looking forward to meeting with you. And if my calendar doesn't have availability for tomorrow, just email me and
he'll figure out.
I'm going on a date tomorrow night, but we'll make it work. Elvir.
Really?
Yeah. Little picnic action.
I'm getting a shave and a haircut tomorrow.
Nice. You want to come on a picnic?
What time?
Like 5:30.
Oh, I could be available, but I don't want to ruin it for you.
We are going on a date on Sunday, you and me.
We are
taking my dad to a really nice restaurant. Okay, anyway.
Yes, and I did read something that their dress code is business casual.
We're screwed.
And you have to have a collared shirt. Well, there you go, folks. Oh, God. And no athletic wear. I don't have any shoes, just sneakers.
I know, same. We got Sean in the chat. How much time left in the chat? Have a question. We just ended, Sean.
Yeah.
Well, no, okay, what's your question? Bring it in. Well, I still have your... where is it? Yeah, your Ford Mustang. I'm using that as my example here. So put it in the chat. We'll definitely make sure we answer it.
Zach's working me overtime for a change.
We're doing good tonight. All right, we have a Dad. There's this person named Melissa. The hashtag New England Masshole. She sends in these really long emails, but.
Well, for Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa. We greatly appreciate you being a part of what we're doing.
We got to get Melissa, and who was the other one from?
Oh, the story from before.
Yeah,
I forget, but I'll get back to it.
Yeah, we need to
get them some.
We need to put those two together and see if they can write a novel.
Big Boy F-250 search continues.
Okay.
With Drew working on a recent deal, dealer bombarded with interested buyers, resulting in a $4,000 price hike. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Came across a listing Saturday in a neighboring town. Private sale.
Okay.
2018 F-250 Super Duty XLT Super Cab, 70,000 miles.
Yeah.
Previously listed at 46, relisted recently to 42. Sellers relocating, selling truck quick due to circumstance. Ran report along with Carfax. Husband met with him, son to view truck. Offered $37,000, which I thought was low ball with current increase in market values. That person's probably not as in tune.
Yeah. He probably isn't. He's probably not a YAA member.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Seller wouldn't budge under 40, wasn't surprised. Stopped my
Okay.
better half from counter offer to see what would happen. Hubby wasn't too happy, but clearly thought I had some crystal ball and listened to him at first. Got a call today. Seller agreed to $37,000. PPI scheduled tomorrow with diesel mechanic. Used auto loan already approved 2 weeks ago at local credit union.
Cool.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah.
First time experience with private sale. No idea what to expect if we're navigating process correctly. No, it sounds.
Yeah, you
ran
sound-
different sources report Saturday and again yesterday, today to get an idea of whether or not to move forward as long as PPI is satisfactory.
Can I make one suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay, Melissa.
Snow forecast.
Wow. Here's my suggestion. I'm sure you have the VIN. Take that VIN, plug it into Carvana. See what they'll offer you for it. Don't tell the guy that you're buying it from because they'll probably offer you more than the $37,000.
Melissa, pop the VIN in the VIN in the chat if you don't mind. Let's do it. Let's do it live on the stream. If you have the VIN in the odometer, pop it in and we'll take a quick peek.
Yeah.
But that is a great pressure test on a private sale.
Yeah.
That is a great, and the black book values too would be telling. And even honestly running the market price report is telling as well.
Yeah.
The PPI comes back satisfactory.
Sounds like you got a deal.
We had a phone call on Tuesday night when we did the live stream. He graduated high school with my daughter. He's only 22, so very well not be in tune with the market. That makes sense.
Oh my God! You know, Melissa, there's nothing worse than taking advantage of a millennial.
She has picks. Oh, we got picks.
Okay.
Oh, she's so good. Thank you, Melissa. So
there's the VIN.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Melissa.
Yeah.
If this is what Black Book, holy cow!
Yeah. Come on, Melissa.
You did great. Look at, she even got the CarMax offer. Okay, she's one step ahead of us.
And my Carvana quote is there. Oh, okay. Well, that's terrible, but yeah. But the CarMax one wasn't.
I'd rerun it back in CarMax.
Yeah,
see what they're up to now.
Yeah.
April 15th. Wow, that's today.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wonder why that's so low.
I don't know.
Very interesting. Maybe it's the geographic region. Like maybe it's because it's in
could have
Massachusetts.
Something to do with it, yeah.
That sounds really incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know how the PPI goes on Monday.
Yes, please.
But it sounds like you did a damn good job. And it reminds me.
Yes.
We got a call on Tuesday night from Leanne.
Yeah.
In the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
And what did she say? Great place to source vehicles?
I forget.
Estate sales.
Estate sales, yes.
So I think, honestly, going the private market route.
Yes. Could be the way to go.
Could be.
People, especially people who don't have access to computers.
I mean, it's a tough market, but yeah, you're kind of right. Like, if Uncle Kenny was selling his car right now, he would not get a good deal. But like,
well, he's got a branded title.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, if someone bought it from him, it'd be a steal in this market. Because he doesn't have a computer.
What, just because it's a 2001 Ford Focus STX with 33,000 miles on it? And it got hit in a parking lot by a truck, and they declared it a total loss because, well, it cost so much to repair it. But he could never replace it.
We got to answer a couple questions here. Matthew,
okay, and then, you're working me overtime.
We're almost done with the emails. We won't do phone calls. We'll just get through this. Okay?
These are supposed to be an hour.
The community's growing, man.
At the very least, we need to talk about pay.
You get paid. You get paid.
Not enough. Oh, I forget. I negotiated it already.
Yeah, you were literally like, I just need blank amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was not a lot.
I don't want you to pay me too much because then I'll have to pay more taxes. Okay, yeah. What a fool.
Yeah, it was like, if you pay me more, then I have to pay some.
I got to give it to the government. So what the hell? You keep it.
Thank you.
Yeah, see
Matthew,
what a father
we need to
do.
answer Matthew's damn question.
Yes. Do you think
the ability to purchase a manual transmission car will disappear completely within the next 10 years? I'm looking for a new one now, and there are less than a dozen cars to choose from.
Yes, I think they will. I know that, the brand that I used to represent last, well, no, it was second to last, the Mini brand.
Yeah.
Mini is known for great handling and racing characteristics, and even they are making it virtually impossible to buy their vehicles with a standard transmission. So I think ultimately, as less and less people know how to drive a stick, the person sitting on my left has no idea how to drive a stick.
Yep.
And they don't teach it in driver's ed anymore. I mean, that's where I learned to drive a stick.
Yeah, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I think they're going to go away. There's, most people don't want to be bothered with that.
We've got Larry giving a great suggestion to Melissa, and I'm glad that he did.
Yeah.
Call your insurance company, give him the VIN, ask him to check the status of the title, any other information they have. That's a great thing to do. Thank you for that, Larry. Sean says, don't know if you...
need a cough button.
Sean says, don't know if you cover this or not. If you are thinking that it may be the end of the dealership of dealerships as we know it due to the emergence of virtual dealerships, are there better finance options with virtual dealerships versus live dealerships, or are credit unions still the best way to go? I've got my 2 cents on this.
Well, first of all, I don't think we're going to see.
Oh, and Mike Dean said credit unions are always a great place to start, or your local lender you may already have a good relationship with.
Yes, and I agree with Mike. And I was going to say, I don't think we're anywhere near the end of dealerships.
No.
You know, it's
And even the virtual ones are still dealerships.
Yeah.
The reason CarMax is so profitable is because they have an awesome loan portfolio.
Yes.
They make a ton of money
On their
putting people
loans.
into loans.
Yes. What's important is to develop a relationship with your local bank or your local credit union. And credit unions, and I don't say this because of Mike, but it's because it's true. Credit unions take better care of their members than a bank would, because it's their members' money that they're lending.
And even if you like abstract out like getting care, strategy, coming into a virtual or a real dealership with leverage is the best thing you can possibly do.
Yes.
And it doesn't take too terribly much work. All the credit unions are trying to make things simpler to do online. Your bank should make it relatively simple for you to do online. Okay, we've got Russ says Ray needs time and a half. No, we don't do that here. Matt says time for Ray to unionize. Matt, you're blocked. And there you are.
Oh, God.
Gwinnett sent some copies of what she was talking about in the chat. Okay, cool. We'll check that out, Gwinnett, before we go off. Melissa says, my husband uses the same diesel mechanic as the kids, so at least has all the kids' maintenance records. This sounds great.
God, what are you waiting for?
Oh, wait.
Come on, Melissa.
Melissa, you get the preemptive.
Before somebody gets a hold of this kid and says, you're selling it too cheap.
You get the preemptive.
Go close the deal.
Ray Shesky
Tell your
stuff.
husband to go close the deal.
All right, let's see. Subaru Crosstrek has a manual, but only in lower trims. They haven't found a way to sync it with their lane keep system. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's answer this next email pops. This is from John. I'm considering buying a 2018 Honda HRV, which is an official Honda
We
CPO.
did this earlier today.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was answering.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
So let's
How many
see.
times are you going to answer his question?
Until about 7 p.m.
No.
Okay.
Do they want to see me sitting on the sofa back there?
So I'm looking at what Gwinnett sent in here. Let's see if we can make sense of this. It's kind of hard to see. I don't see a price on this.
Yeah, I don't see the MSRP.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down.
MSRP is right there.
No, it's
No,
not
it's
the
not.
bottom line MSRP.
So Gwinnett, you don't have the bottom line MSRP in this photo.
Yeah, that would have everything, and then it would give you the total at
at
the bottom.
Okay, but let's see. She sent a couple other emails. And then online, 36,718. Yeah, I think you just may have seen the MSRP up at the top and not at the bottom. Yeah, no, Gwinnett, I'm fairly certain the photo you took, the real MSRP is the sum at the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the sum of all
It's
parts.
the sum of all parts.
Yes.
We've answered all the questions.
Done the best I can.
Okay, so that was another members live stream. Yeah, we're
Yes.
here to help Gwinnett.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to recap, put a bookend on tonight's stream. Give me 1 second.
We got incentives
We got incentives coming. Let me share my
coming. We're
screen.
gonna underpromise and overdeliver.
Next year,
They'll be out in the spring of 2022
spring of 2022, incentives.
or the next
So when
week
you
or two.
run a market price, not more than that, probably like a month. When you
Okay.
run a market price report
Yeah.
or you enter a vehicle,
Yeah.
you'll have the incentives tab. You'll be able to see what the qualifications are for the incentives. You'll be able to select the incentives. Where was it? They'll stack, so you'll know which
Yes.
ones. I am so excited for this because the
Yeah.
only other place I found online where you can get this,
Yeah.
you know where?
Well, no, where?
TrueCar. And you know what they make you do?
Yeah.
Give
They
them
make
your
you-
contact
Yeah,
info.
so they can sell it to the dealerships.
We are going to be the first.
Yeah.
And you have to pay, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's going to be a premium members only thing.
Yeah. So you pay for
You
it.
pay for it.
Yeah.
But you know what you don't get?
Yeah. You don't get bombarded. We're not going to be sending.
I mean,
you-
I'll call you.
Yeah,
but-
well, Zach's going to send you several emails every week that reminds you of live streams and stuff. But,
Yeah.
But other than that, we're not selling your information to a dealer so that they can go, hey, are you ready for a car yet?
And you know what's hilarious?
What's it going to take?
I don't. Maybe
What do we need to do to earn your business?
More interesting than hilarious. is like all these data companies we're working with that power
Yeah.
the dealers' systems.
Yeah.
They all, you know what they all say? They're all industry people. They're like, holy cow, like this is so needed. Like I can't believe no one else is doing this. And we're like, yeah, neither can we. Like,
Yeah, but we're sure glad they're
we're
not.
we're doing it. Yeah. Russ says, why would the dealer show MSRP at the top? Seems deceiving. No, because they add in all the like specific.
That's
like
the
without
base
option-
MSRP.
without the options.
And then they break down all the various and assorted factory installed options, freight or destination and handling,
yeah.
and then the bottom line. So that starts with the base MSRP.
James Johnson says, do you have beta available? We don't have beta, but we do user tests. James, if you'd be interested in doing a user test, like where Anna, who's in charge of like she designs everything. Anna's incredible. We can set you up with her and you can give us your feedback. So if anyone's interested in that, you can send me an email and I'll connect you with Anna. She's always looking to do that. Matt says the information is a steal for what you get. I think we launched this in the
Right before Thanksgiving.
or like right after Thanksgiving, right around Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So it's been what, 5 months? And the thing
6.
has improved so much.
Yes.
The next iteration will be that much better.
Yes.
So thanks for the kind words, Matt.
And the wonderful thing that I'm learning is that it's all about iterating. I'm iterating.
I mean, let me see if I can find it here.
Oh my God.
No, look.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, this is what it used to be. I
Yeah,
mean, this,
no, and it's a lot better now. There's more. You get more. Your dollars get you
your
more
dollars
today.
go further. This was like the original design. You remember this?
Yeah.
Like there was nothing over here. There
Yeah.
was nothing
No, I
here.
get it.
It's pretty cool.
You know.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Beta Mayani, I just emailed you a deal that was in your DM. Okay, let's take a quick peek. And then, come on, we love Mayani.
Come on, I do, but you know, man, you're working me overtime.
Mayani, I don't see it here in my inbox, so I will get back to you in the DMs of Instagram. Call it a night, Pops?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, thank you all,
And for being
being paying members and helping to foster this great community that we're developing here. And well, hopefully we get to see you all again on Saturday night because what the hell, we all got nothing better to do.
Ooh, and we're driving cross country back home soon. We should like meet up with people. All right, we'll talk about that. All right. But we're
Yeah.
both vaccinated.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, handsome.
Oh.
Yeah. Uncle Kenny loves you as well.